Let me tell you something real, and I want you to feel this. Wealth doesn't start in your bank account. It starts in your mind. Every dollar you earn, every opportunity you touch, every level you grow into, it begins with the way you think about money, the way you respect money, and the way you move when nobody's watching. Some people spend their whole lives chasing money, but never learn how to build wealth. And those are two completely different games. One is survival, the other is strategy. See, most of us were never taught money. We were taught how to spend it, brag about it, hide it, fear it, but not how to make it work for us. And that's why the moment some people get it, it slips right through their fingers. Not because they're unlucky, but because they don't have the mindset yet. Wealth building isn't about being born with advantages. It's about being born with determination, or building it if you didn't come with it. It's about saying, I'm tired of living paycheck to paycheck, or I'm tired of watching opportunities pass me by, or I'm tired of being afraid of money instead of learning it. You want to know the truth? Wealth starts with discipline. You can't manage what you don't respect. You can't grow what you don't study, and you can't keep what you're too afraid to take control of. Most people want the lifestyle, but not the habits. They want the success, but not the sacrifice. They want the outcome, but not the education. But when you really want to build wealth, you stop asking, how fast can I get it? And you start asking, how long can I keep it? And how big can I grow it? You have to shift your thinking from consumer to creator, from spender to investor, from I hope it works out to I'm building something that lasts. That shift changes everything. Suddenly you're not buying to impress people. You're buying tools that help you level up. Suddenly you're not trying to look rich. You're trying to be rich in knowledge, skills, assets, relationships, and opportunities. Suddenly your money is no longer something you chase. It's something you direct, something you control, something that works for you even when you're asleep. Let me tell you something else. Wealth rewards the patient, not the impulsive. Every dollar you save, every skill you learn, every investment you make, even the ones that fail, they're part of the process. The world will test you. You'll make mistakes. You'll lose money sometimes. You'll feel discouraged. But every wealthy person you admire has gone through that same fire. They weren't gifted success. They earned it by staying consistent when everyone else quit. Money management is not glamorous, but it's powerful. It's sitting down and facing your numbers when it scares you. It's saying no to things that don't serve you. It's building credit, creating systems, investing in yourself, learning the language of money one lesson at a time. It's planting seeds that don't grow overnight but will feed you for years. It's sacrificing temporary pleasure for long-term freedom. And listen, wealth is not selfish. Wealth is stability. Wealth is opportunity. Wealth is the ability to take care of your family, to give back, to build something bigger than you. Wealth gives you choices. Wealth gives you time. Wealth gives you peace. So stop telling yourself you can't have that. Stop believing the lie that wealth is for other people. You are capable. You are worthy. You are talented enough and disciplined enough to change your financial reality. All it takes is that first step, the decision to learn, to grow, to control your money instead of letting money control you. Because the moment you take that step, the moment you decide to build instead of spend, the moment you start treating money like a tool instead of a trophy, that's the moment wealth begins. And if you stay with me, I'm going to show you how to turn that moment into a lifetime. Wealth begins with mindset, shifting from spending to strategizing, from consuming to creating, and from chasing money to directing it with purpose. Most people never realize that their financial reality isn't shaped by how much money they make, but by how they think about money in the first place. You can give two people the same dollar and one will use it to buy something that disappears in a day while the other will turn it into something that grows for years. That difference has nothing to do with luck and everything to do with mindset. When your thoughts change, your decisions change. And when your decisions change, your outcomes change. The world teaches us how to spend before it ever teaches us how to build. Everywhere you look, you're being sold something. New clothes, new tech, new trends, new distractions. You're taught that success is about showing what you have, not about building what you keep. So you grow up thinking the goal is to look rich instead of becoming financially secure. That's why so many people stay trapped in the same cycle for years. They're earning more, but they're not becoming more. They're working harder, but their money isn't working for them. They're chasing money instead of training it, directing it, and positioning it to grow. But when you shift from spending to strategizing, everything opens up. You stop asking yourself, what can I buy today? And start asking, how can this dollar serve my future? You begin to see money not as a momentary thrill, but as a tool you can put to work. That's when the habits start changing. You begin learning instead of ignoring. You think before you swipe. You invest before you impress. You stop reacting to money and start planning with it. You start asking better questions that lead to better decisions. Shifting from consuming to creating is another powerful move. Consumers wait for opportunities, creators build them. Consumers spend money, creators multiply it. Consumers hope for a better life, creators design one. When you decide to create, whether it's a skill, a side hustle, a business, an investment, or simply better habits, you start stepping into ownership. You stop letting life happen to you and start shaping your financial story with intention. You realize wealth isn't just about income streams. It's about the value you bring, the ideas you develop, the discipline you practice, and the actions you take consistently. And the moment you stop chasing money and start directing it with purpose, you gain real power. Chasing money keeps you desperate, unfocused, and reactive. Directing money gives you control, clarity, and confidence. You no longer move out of fear or scarcity. You move with intention. You set goals. You create systems. You make decisions that align with where you want to be 5 years from now instead of 5 minutes from now. Your money stops slipping away because it finally has a job. It finally has direction. It finally has structure. And all of that starts in your mind long before it shows up in your bank account. Long-term financial success comes from discipline, patience, and intentional money management, not quick wins or impulsive decisions. The truth is, anybody can get lucky once. Anybody can hit a moment where money shows up fast, but wealth, the kind that lasts, the kind that grows, the kind that outlives you, that comes from the quiet, consistent habits most people overlook. It comes from the choices you make when nobody's watching, the sacrifices you make when it's not fun, and the discipline you build one decision at a time. Discipline is the foundation. It's the ability to say no when the world is screaming yes. It's choosing to save instead of spend, choosing to plan instead of guess, choosing to delay gratification instead of chasing the next shiny thing that promises happiness for a moment but costs you peace for years. Discipline is boring, and that's why so many people run from it. But the ones who embrace it, the ones who stay committed even on the days they don't feel motivated, those are the ones who build financial futures that can't be shaken. Patience is what ties everything together. Most people want results fast. They want their income to double overnight, their investments to explode instantly, their business to become a success in a matter of weeks. But that's not how real growth works. Wealth requires time, repetition, and the willingness to stay committed long after the excitement wears off. It's like planting seeds. You can water them every day, but if you dig them up every week to see if they're growing, you'll kill the harvest before it ever matures. Patience isn't passive, it's active. It means trusting the process while you keep putting in the work. It means understanding that your future is being built quietly, even when you can't see the results yet. Intentional money management is where discipline and patience meet. It's not about being perfect with money, it's about being honest with it. It means knowing where your money goes, understanding your habits, setting up systems that support your goals instead of sabotage them. It means building an emergency fund, paying off what weighs you down, investing in what lifts you up, and surrounding yourself with knowledge instead of noise. It means making your money behave, not through fear, but through structure. When your money has a plan, your life has direction. When your money has a purpose, your decisions have clarity. And here's the thing a lot of people don't realize. Wealth is not created in big moments. It's created in small, consistent ones. It's not the massive investment. It's the regular contributions. It's not the miracle opportunity. It's the daily discipline. It's not the one big decision. It's the thousands of tiny ones that shape your habits and eventually shape your life. Most people underestimate these small choices because they're not dramatic, they're not flashy, and they don't show results immediately. But over time, they become the reason you're free while others stay stuck. You don't need to be a genius to build wealth. You don't need to come from a rich family. You don't need extraordinary talent. What you need is consistency, steady, patient, intentional consistency. When you understand that wealth is a long game, you stop getting discouraged by slow progress. You stop comparing yourself to people who look like they have everything but are drowning behind the scenes. You stop falling for shortcuts that promise everything but deliver nothing. You start focusing on what actually works. Because the truth is, anyone can dream of success. Anyone can talk about changing their life. But the ones who actually do it, they're the ones who build slow, steady, solid foundations that don't crumble when life gets loud. Stay with me, because what comes next is where your entire relationship with money starts to shift.